Hello friends, my pleasant and humble wishes. The first topic is Maldives win UN General Assembly election by a big margin. India expects close cooperation. In a first for Maldives, Foreign Minister Abdullah Shahid was elected the President of General Assembly for 2021 to 22, winning 143 votes or nearly 3/4 of the 191 countries that voted in the annual election, while his rival, a former Afghan foreign minister, Zalmay Razaul, won 48. Mr. Shahid's win was welcome in particular in New Delhi, where Indian diplomats have been active behind the scene in helping the Maldives canvass for him. After Maldives announced its candidate for 76th General Assembly presidency a year ago, sources confirmed that, given to close cooperation between the countries, Maldives is in discussion with Indian mission for India's deputing permanent representative at the UN. Maldives President Ibrahim Shahid called the election win resounding and a great honor for the Maldives, while former President and Maldives Speaker Mohammad Nasheed said it was a great day for small island states, for climate vulnerable countries everywhere. This is a testimony as much to stature as to standing of Maldives. He took forward to working with him to strengthen multilateralism and its much needed reforms, said the External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar. India had made it clear to Afghanistan government it would be unable to support Afghanistan, as it openly said that it would support Maldives in November, long before Afghanistan announced its candidate. Its announcement was surprising development, and it was important for Maldives to take the position that it has, unlike Afghanistan, never held before. Mr. Shahid's win will also come a relief for New Delhi, given adverse comments against India by the previous PGA from Turkey Volkan Bozkır on the issue of Jammu and Kashmir. In contrast, it is expected that Mr. Shahid's tenure, which will last until September 2022, while Indian tenure at the UN Security Council will last until December 2022, will see a period of smooth coordination between India and Maldives at the UN. So the next topic is new income tax e-filing website launched. On Monday, a few features for taxpayers have been introduced. The new URL has been given. The users and taxpayers will be able to use the feature smoothly very soon, a senior department officer said. The objective of this portal is to provide single window to the income tax related service for taxpayers and other stakeholders. Central Board of Direct Taxes (CBDT), which frames policies for tax department, said features like the online tax payment system and mobile app will be activated on June 18. Taxpayers will be able to protectively update their profile to provide certain details of their income, including salary, house property, and business or professional, etc., used in the pre-filling their ITR in new web portal. So its live is going on today 8:45 p.m. So the next topic is draft rule for live streaming, recording of court proceeding out. Draft rule released by the Supreme Court E-Committee on Monday for live streaming and recording court proceedings purpose a 10-minute delay in transmission and exclusion of communally sensitive cases and matter involved in sexual offences and gender violence against women. The rules are part of National Policy and Action Plan for Implementation of Information and Communication Technology (ICT) in the judiciary. The Chief Justice of India, N.V. Ramana, recently said the process to make live streaming a reality was actively under consideration. Now, Supreme Court has initiated inputs and feedback on draft model rules for live streaming and recording of court proceeding. The rules would cover live streaming and recording of proceeding in High Court, Lower Court, and tribunals. A subcommittee consisting of judges of Bombay, Delhi, Madras, and Karnataka High Court was constituted to frame the model of draft rules. Justice Chandrasud said the right of access to justice guaranteed under Article 21 of the Constitution encompasses the right to access live court proceedings. Based on Article 21, such proceeding is done. The rules intended to balance between access to information and concerns of privacy and confidentiality. Matrimonial matters, cases under the Protection of Children from Sexual Offences (POSCO) under the Juvenile Justice Act, Care and Protection of Children Act also would be exempted from live streaming. The bench can exempt for reasons recorded in writing any cases it considers ethical to the administration of justice. Camera would be positioned to cover 5 angles: the bench, lawyers on both sides, accused and witness. A remote control device would be provided to the presiding justice on the bench to pause or stop the live stream at any time. The final decision as to whether or not to allow the live stream of the proceeding or any position thereof will be of the bench. However, the decision of bench will be guided by the principle of an open and transparent judicial process, the rules said. So the next topic is India elected to UN Economic and Social Council for 2022 to 24. It is one of the 6 main organs of UN. The 54th member of Economic and Social Council is at the heart of the UN system to advance the 3D dimensions of sustainable development, that is economic, social and environmental. It is central platform for fostering debate, innovative thinking, forging consensus on ways forward and coordinating efforts to achieve internationally agreed goals. It is also responsible for the follow-up to major UN conferences and summits. India was elected in Asia Pacific states category along with Afghanistan, Kazakhstan, Oman in the elections held in Monday. S. Trimurti, UN Ambassador of India, Permanent Representative, has tweeted, "I thank all the members of UN for their vote of confidence in India for Economic and Security Council." India is currently serving the 2021 to 22 term as a non-permanent member of the powerful UN Security Council and will assume the presidency of the 15-nation UN organ in August. UN Charter established in 1945 as one of the 6 main organs of UN, this Economic and Social Council. Economic and Social Council 54 members are elected for 3-year term by the General Assembly. Seats on the council are allotted based on Council on geographical representation with 14 allocations to African states, 11 to Asian states, 6 Eastern European states, 10 Latin American and Caribbean states, 13 Western European other states according to the Economic and the Social Council website. So the final news is about state news regarding Tamil Nadu. Tamil Nadu notifies changes in nomenclature for several departments. Tamil Nadu on Monday issued a GO to amend the Tamil Nadu Business Rules 1978 to change the nomenclature of few departments in the Secretariat. Already the portfolios of few ministers sworn in last month carried new nomenclature. As per GO issued by Chief Secretary V. Irayanbu, the Personal and Administrative Reforms Department would be called as Human Resource Management Department. The Agriculture Department can be called as Agriculture and Farmers Welfare Department. Animal Husbandry, Dairy and Fisheries Department as Animal Husbandry, Dairy, Fisheries and Fishery Welfare Department. The term climate change is mentioned as Environment, Climate Change and Forest Department. And for labours, it is Labour Welfare and Skill Development Department. Social Welfare and Humanities Program Department can be referred as Social Welfare and Women Empowerment Department. Hope this video is very useful. I would like to say that our academy WAR, Win and Rule, is coaching students in various exams like NEET, TNPSC, UPSCs, as well as we are tutoring students from class 6 to 12 in all subjects. One-to-one student coaching is also available at students' preferable timing. For further detail, refer the description.